What's up, arseholes? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing a list where I rank all the current UFC champions from worst to best, not including the women because I don't give a fuck. Now, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, like over a week at the time of recording this video, because let's be real, it's been a rough last week and a half since fucking Ankalaev became champion. Fat-ass MMA Joey and dumb-ass Kenny Okoye, for some reason, are celebrating because, I don't know, they really like sport-killing champions. But yeah, I'm looking outside right now, and surprisingly, the sun is out. Like, I thought Ankalaev winning the belt would bring eternal darkness over the earth, and honestly, it probably will real soon. But yeah, that Ankalaev becoming champion is honestly what inspired me to make this video. That, and I'm running out of ideas, and these UFC cards upcoming have been absolute dog shit. Like, we're getting shitty fight nights again. Kind of like last year between UFC 299 and 300. I didn't even watch last weekend's fight night with Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze. I went to the fucking beach instead, and honestly, best idea ever. I'll probably watch this weekend's one because it's actually a decent card. Maybe I'll watch the Mexico City one. I'm probably not going to watch Josh Emmett versus fucking... who is he fighting? Lerone Murphy. Jesus, these fight nights have been atrocious. They're really making us dig through the trenches to get to UFC 314, which is an absolutely stacked card. And I can't wait for that. I'm going to watch the fuck out of it when that card goes on. And I'm definitely going to do breakdowns and everything, but yeah, that's for a later time. With that being said, here's my ranking for every current UFC champion in the sport right now. Starting with Jon Jones, the worst champion we have right now on the UFC roster. I refuse to even call him a champion. I don't even know why I have him on this list. But yeah, if you haven't been caught up, Jon Jones has been ducking Tom Aspinall. He's holding up the heavyweight division because, you know, he's a bitch. He's a steroid cheat. He beats women. He's gay. What more is there to say? He comes up, beats Cyril Gane, who honestly didn't even fight back. Dude probably took a dive just to make Ngannou look bad. Either that or he just completely fucking choked. Because like, he didn't even try at all. He takes it over a year off. I mean, partially due to injuries and all that. But still, he takes a sweet time coming back to fight the carcass of Stipe Miocic. And in that time, we had an interim champion, Tom Aspinall, who slumped the number one contender in Sergey Pavlovich. And then defends his belt against Curtis Blades. If an interim champ has to defend their belt before the undisputed champ, fucking strip them. Strip them. Jesus Christ. Just hurry up and book Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Preferably for International Fight Week, especially if you can't get Ilia versus Islam. Or just do it at the latest July. Actually, no. Do it International Fight Week and then we can... I don't know what's going to go on with Islam Ilia. Just do that on another card. But yeah, book it. Or strip Jones's ass of the belt. I've had enough. I'm not going to rant about Jon for too long because I've already said so much about Jon in the past that honestly I feel like there's nothing more that needs to be said. Let's move on to a newly crowned champion where I feel like there's a bit more to say. Next we have Magomed Ankalaev, aka Big Ank. Shit. Let me turn on my camera. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks for us Alex Pereira fans, and for anyone who's a fan of the sport in general, and just likes fun, unless you're fucking MMA Joey. Like, I swear, this dude just hates fun. This fat fucking tub of lard claims that he's not an Alex Pereira hater, and yet he's wearing a fucking suit, which honestly I'm surprised they even fit on him. But yeah, he's wearing a fucking suit after Ankalaev beats Pereira, celebrating on Pereira's downfall. Like, dude, you're a fucking hater. Just because he's upset because he beat his boyfriend Adesanya 3 times, like he's still coping about that. And not only that, he picks against Pereira every single time, and Pereira always wins, and he just looks like a fucking idiot because he is one. But yeah, MMA Joey, delete your channel or just get better takes, buddy. I'm praying to Christ that Pereira sleeps Ankalaev in the rematch just to see MMA Joey's fat ass cry. Unfortunately, the MMA gods are cruel, so we're probably going to see Ankalaev become champ for a while. I'm hoping that at some point he moves up to heavyweight so he can get absolutely steamrolled by Tom Aspinall. That'd be a dream come true. But yeah. Fuck Magomed Ankalaev. He's ruined the sport. He's going to keep ruining the sport. I'm tired of people trying to tell me, no, maybe Pereira, maybe him beating Pereira is good for the sport. No, it's fucking not. Like, ugh. Yeah. I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's getting too hard to talk about. Next on the list, we have Alessandro Pantoja. I worked so hard for this. Don't leave, guys. Okay, but seriously, I think Pantoja's kind of an underrated champion. The only reason he's kind of lower on the list is just because he doesn't bring that same hype as a lot of the other champions do. But honestly, I don't care what anyone says. This guy has fucking aura. Like, he is scary. There was a narrative going around this guy was boring, and that was probably after the Royval fight, because I'll be honest, that fight wasn't the best. But after that, the Osek fight was fun, and then he fucking ran through Kai Asakura, easily ragdolled him on the ground, and even beat him on the feet, arguably, like he rocked him pretty good. And I'm looking forward to his future title defenses, as long as it's not Kai Kara France. But yeah, Pantoja's a good champion, although I'd still want Manel Cap to become champ. Moving on. Next on the list, we have everyone's favorite yapper, Merab. And let me just say, there was a point in time where we all hated Merab, including myself, because of the Jose Aldo win where he smudged him up against the fence, and then the Petr Yan fight, which was just, ugh. As the biggest Petr Yan fan, man, that hurt to watch. But then he comes back after a year later, you know, starts posting skits online, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny. And then he goes out there and absolutely decimates Henry Cejudo. Listen, guys, I think Merab's going to shoot a takedown, guys. Seriously, guys, I think he's going to shoot a takedown. But, yeah. And then after that, he fights O'Malley, and, yeah, runs through him. Well, maybe not runs through him, O'Malley did have some moments, but still, he whoops O'Malley's ass. That definitely got him in my good graces. I was cheering for Merab every single time he slammed O'Malley on the mat. But his biggest win had to come in his last fight, when he bullied Umar Nurmagomedov after he gassed out. Holy fuck, that was so satisfying. Just see all the Dagestani fanboys cry, like, he broke his hand. Oh, it was a robbery. Like, shut up. He ran out of gas and got absolutely dusted by Merab after that. And let's not act like the fight wasn't competitive even before he gassed out. Merab was holding his own. Yeah, sure, Umar was out pointing him. He was landing good kicks and all that. But Merab was in there with him. For some reason, the UFC are hell-bent on giving O'Malley another title shot. And in the event that happens, Merab's gonna fucking dunk him on his head again. Hopefully this time he dunks his head in the toilet. But, yeah. I actually like Merab. Like, he's not bad as a champion. Yes, I would prefer Petr Yan, but I'd rather him over O'Malley. Moving on to the next. Next on the list, we have the pound-for-pound king, Islam Makhachev. And I'm not going to lie, when he won the belt off Charles Oliveira, I was depressed for a while. And I was complaining about him. But now I've seen he's actually kind of a fun champion. I mean, if we look at his championship run, he submitted Charles Oliveira inside 2 rounds. Kind of made it look easy. He then went on and defended against Volk and had one of the best fights of all time. One of my favorite fights. Then has the rematch and knocks him out. Then he has an absolute war with Dustin Poirier. And then he submits Renato Moicano. I do wish we could have seen the Armand fight. Like, that would have been better, but it was still a decent fight between him and Moicano. But yeah, Islam just has this aura behind him where whenever he fights, you just want to watch. Like, you want to see what happens. Like, is this going to be finally the guy that beats him? And for fuck's sake, they need to do the fight between him and Ilia. That is the biggest fight they can do right now, aside from maybe Jones versus Aspinall, and they're fumbling it. Like, just fucking make the fight happen, Jesus. But yeah, even though I bitched about Islam winning the belt, I actually like him as champion. He's a fun champion. He has aura. He brings eyes to the sport. I just wish he was a bit more active. Like, he's not the most active champion. Like, part of it is the UFC's fault, because I remember, like, the beginning of last year, he said he wanted to fight in March against Gaethje, but for some reason, the UFC just didn't book it. And I swear he was supposed to fight Charles Oliveira on the Canada card last year, but for some reason that didn't happen. I think because Ariel Helwani leaked it, and you know how the UFC is, so that fight never happened. But yeah, his last fight was in January. Maybe if he comes back for International Fight Week, that'd be great. Maybe, who knows, maybe we see him in Abu Dhabi one more time. But yeah, maybe if he can get a bit more active, I'd like him a bit more, but yeah, Islam's a good champ. Coming in at number 4, we have everyone's favourite gaslighter, Dricus du Plessis. And man, just look at that smile on him. He looks so mischievous. But yeah, I love Dricus as champion. He's good on the mic, he's funny, and he's entertaining. And he's also funny inside the cage, because he just does the goofiest shit, and it still works out for him. He's somewhat active. I mean, he fights like twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year. Like, actually, no, it's typically twice a year. But still, I can understand why he's not as active, because he does take a bit of damage in some of his fights. Like, his fights are always dirty and scrappy, but they're always so much fun. It was also so cool watching him compete live at UFC 312. I still have the video up, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, just watching him compete live, it was so awesome. Watching him walk out, broke Strickland's nose. And on top of that, he has a good resume as well. And honestly, I really hope he beats Hamzat, because Hamzat would only fight once a year in Abu Dhabi, and it would just, ruin the division. But yeah, I like Dricus as champ. I hope he can stay champ. If I had to pick someone to beat him, maybe a Marvov. I wouldn't mind him as champ, especially since Marvov is one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, I love Dricus as champ. I even bought a shirt of him at the fan thing or whatever at UFC 312. But yeah, moving on to the next. Coming in at number 3, we have Tom Aspinall. And there's not much to say about him that's already been said. He's exciting as fuck. I mean, he knocks people out in like 1 minute. He's got a great style, great boxing, great grappling, decent kickboxing. Jones is ducking him. Jones, stop being a bitch and fight him. And honestly, when they do fight, Tom Aspinall is going to sleep him inside 1 round. And that would honestly redeem Ankalaev becoming champion. Because at least that way, Jon Jones can't continue to duck him and pick Alex Pereira to fight over him. But yeah, make the fucking fight. Call Jones's bluff and pay him his $30 million. And tell him to stop ducking. Moving on to the next. Coming in at number 2, we have Ilia Topuria. And I know technically he's not a champion because he did vacate. But until the fight between Volk and Lopez happens, fuck, I had a brain freeze there. But yeah, until that fight happens, he's technically still the champion according to Dana White. Until the first punch is thrown or whatever. But yeah, Ilia Topuria is a badass champion. His fights are so entertaining. The only downside to someone like Aspinall is that his fights end too quickly, so we don't really get a good fight out of it. But with Topuria, we get both. We get a good fight out of it, like long enough to actually, I don't fucking know, get comfortable. And then we get a sick highlight reel KO. So we get both. That's what I love about Topuria as champion. And on top of that, he has aura. Arguably more than Islam, because he's undefeated. He knocks people out every single time. And he just has that mean look to him. You just know this guy stands on business. And honestly, I really want him to beat Islam. Not that I have anything against Islam. It's just, I think Topuria, it would... You know how good of a 3-fight win streak that would be? If he had Volk, Holloway, and then Islam back-to-back. That'd be the 3 best wins of all times. And honestly, if he beats Islam and then defends the belt against someone like Arman, he's the GOAT. I don't fucking care. He's the greatest of all time if he does this. I don't want to hear any nerds go, oh, but Jon Jones has more title defenses. I don't care. Quality over quantity. Half of Jones's title defenses are against middleweights that aren't even that good by today's standards. So yeah, make the fight between him and Islam. And who knows, maybe we might see Topuria reach GOAT status. Last but most certainly not least, we get to our number 1 pick. The Chad himself, the Giga Chad, the GOAT of all humanity, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad. Honestly, I love Belal. He's entertaining, he's charismatic on the mic, he gets brutal finishes, brutal submissions, brutal decisions. Just everything about Belal is awesome, from his good looks to his just, I don't know, his otherworldly personality and his god entertaining fighting style. I just love watching him fight. As much as I love Jack Della Maddalena, he's going to get crushed in that fight, man. He's going to get dunked on his head just like Leon did. I mean, he probably won't roll over and quit like Leon did. He's going to fight till the end. But it won't matter because Belal has got hands like Canelo. Actually, not even that. Canelo has hands like Belal. He's going to go in there and he's going to piece him up. He's going to beat him in the striking and the wrestling and the grappling. And yeah, he's going to defend his belt. And then he's going to destroy Shavkat's height. And then he's going to destroy Ian Cockshot Gary. Then he'll beat Buckley. Maybe he'll fraud check Carlos Prates. And I like Carlos Prates, so that doesn't make me happy at all. And then he'll move up to middleweight, dust Dricus, move up to light heavyweight, get rid of Magomed Fraud Ankalaev, and then go up to heavyweight. And then dust up Jon Jones' bitch ass. He'll also knock out Tom Aspinall. And then he'll cut all the way down to lightweight and say, sorry Islam, bye-bye. He'll beat Islam, move down to featherweight, beat the winner of Volk Lopez, move down to bantamweight, beat Merab, move down to flyweight, beat Pantoja. And you think the story ends there after he becomes the first 8 division champion. But guess what? It doesn't end there. You know what he does after this? He gets a sex change, goes to 115, beats Weili, moves up, beats Shevchenko, moves up, beats Juliana Pena, and becomes the first 11 division intersexual champion and retires as the undefeated GOAT of the sport. That's the prophecy of what's going to happen. He's going to be the first, I don't even know what the word is for 8 division champion, like how you have double, triple, quadruple, I don't even know what the word is. Oct triple, yeah, whatever. He's going to be the first Oct triple champion and intergender champion. So yeah, God bless Belal Muhammad. And for that reason, he's my number one pick. Well, that concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the above. Share the video. I know it's been a while since I posted, but, you know, I've just been taking a mental health week after Magomed Ankalaev ruined the sport and became champion. And don't try and convince me that he didn't, because he did. But, yeah. On top of that, there also just been no cards worth talking about. Like, I refuse to watch last week's card. I'm not going to do a prediction about this week's card because I don't care. But yeah, like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.